right, today we have a different type of review for you. We're going to be reviewing a tool that we purchased to get to the back gun range on the back of the property easier. We had an older four-wheeler and we just went out and bought the new Polaris, the 2018. Brad's going to give you a little more detail about that. But this is how we get our guns and our ammo and the targets and everything to the back of the property so that we can do the gun reviews for the Why Women Shoot channel. So very excited to review this new piece of equipment today.
Okay, so today we're going to review the 2018 Polaris Sportsman 570 SP Hunter Edition. So we picked up this new machine today, pretty excited about it. It's got a lot of features that really help you get around on rough terrain. Our property is nothing on it's flat. We've got a lot of hills, there's a lot of steep hills. We get a lot of mud in the winter, some water holes. There's stumps in the ground that knock the four-wheeler around when you're trying to ride it. So I'm going to explain a little bit about what the SP and the Hunter Edition gets you on this machine. I was a little confused when I was first trying to figure this out and what I needed, but basically with SP and Hunter Edition, it gets you a fully loaded four-wheeler. We use this, of course, like Karen said, to get back on the property, take all of our gear back there, take targets back and forth, steal targets back and forth. I used to hunt on, do big game hunting on, so on and so forth. We don't really play with the machines. We just use it as a tool. The 570 is more than enough power than we'll ever need. Of course, you can get this model with the bigger engines. The same package, bigger engines, I think 850 and a 1000. But again, when you're doing stuff like we're doing, a 570 is way more than enough power. So again, what I want to talk about is what does the SP get you and what does the Hunter Edition get you. So I'm going to start off with the SP. It's actually some really neat stuff here. I've got a cheat sheet because I can't remember it all. But for the SP package, you get power steering. As soon as you turn the machine on, the power steering engages, and it's really, really nice and light. And it helps a lot on our trails with the bumps, the steep hills, and hitting stumps and branches and things that want to knock your wheel around. Well, this keeps it nice and stable. I really, really like it. This thing's like driving a Cadillac. The next thing that it gets you is the 26-inch tires. These are really nice. 26-inch tire plus a 14-inch aluminum wheel. Those wheels are really nice. These tires are really big, and it's a really good mud tire. They're even quite a bit wider than standard four-wheeler tire. Really a nice tire. Gives you a higher stance, so it's an inch bigger than a standard utility ATV tire. So this Polaris already has an 11-inch ground clearance. When you add this tire, it gives you another ½ inch clearance. So you get 11.5 inches of clearance, almost a foot. Really nice. The next thing that you get with the SP is you get the dual A-arms. And actually I'm going to turn the light on here, but you get dual A-arms, which is a little bit different than a normal Sportsman package, and plus you get the nice spring, and you get the upper and lower A-arm all the way around the machine. So it's really nice. Of course, independent suspension rear end as well. You also get the on-demand four-wheel drive, or all-wheel drive. So the machine senses any wheel that's slipping, and it sends power to the opposing wheels, giving you an all-wheel drive rather than just a four-wheel drive. Of course, we also have engine braking system. And with that engine braking system, also, we'll look up here on the handlebars, is, of course, it's a 4x4. You can go from regular 2x4 mode to 4x4, but then there's descent control, and that's what this furthest switch over is. And that descent control, it uses the engine in four-wheel drive to control your descent. So it really helps going down steep hills to help keep you in control and not slip any of the wheels. That's a really nice feature. And then the digital instrumentation, like we kind of showed you before, there's a ton of stuff on this instrumentation, but more than you probably ever need. But you can go through here and just look at everything basically. Gives you engine temperature, and it gives you the battery voltage, and it's a pretty nice little display. It gives you a lot of information about the machine and what's going on with it currently. Okay, so next let's talk about the Premium Hunter Edition. So that's the other package on here, and with that, of course, what's obvious is you get the Polaris Pursuit camo, which is pretty nicely done. Looks good. You actually also, with the, I forgot to add, with the SP package, you get a finish that is similar to a vehicle finish. So it's a little more durable than a regular ATV finish, and it holds up to the scratches and stuff from going through the brush, which we all do, a little bit better. So you get the nice camo coloring, plus you get an upgraded seat, and this seat is really nice. It is quite a bit nicer materials and stitching than a normal ATV seat. The other really cool thing with the Hunter package that you get around front here is it does come with a 2,500 pound HD winch, which is right here. Really nice in case you need to get yourself out of trouble, or if you maybe need to drag a deer out of a ravine or something like that. Very handy. Of course, the other thing you can see, very obvious, gun scabbard. This gun scabbard is got a quick disconnect. All you do is pop a lever up, and you can pull this thing right off and right out and take it off if you're not using it. But it's a pretty nice little gun scabbard. Plus you also have another gun mount here on the back. You can place rifles back here. You could also use this to put your bow in. So you could mount your bow in there and tighten it up, and your bow would be nice and secure. Really cool package. What else did we get? Front and rear bumpers. So these are awesome. So we've got nice big solid frame bumper on the front here. This thing is great. And then you've also got one on the back. And then you also get these extended frames here in the front and the back. Give you some extra tie down points. Kind of nice to have as well. The regular Sportsman doesn't come with any of this stuff. Oh, here's the other big thing. This is actually really cool, especially for this time of year in the winter. But it does have heated grips, and it has heated thumb throttle. This heated thumb throttle, when I was test driving this and I had this on high, it was a little chilly today. This thing, I didn't have gloves on, and it was burning my thumb on high. I had to turn it down. Your controls are right here for your thumb, for the throttle. You go off is in the middle, high and low. And then for the grips, the controls over here. So again, that's another part of the Hunter package. And then you also get what we've got. There's a switch right here. There's another light switch. And if we turn this on, and we turn that light switch on, what we get is in the back here, we get two lights that shine down on the ground, and it gives you, kind of a lighted workspace. So if you're field dressing a deer, you're working on equipment, whatever you need to do, you got some lights right there with you. It's another nice aspect of this package. So that's pretty much it for the SP and the Hunter edition. What you get in addition, over and above a regular Sportsman model. The other thing, which I think all the Sportsmen have, but I did want to point it out because this is kind of nice too, is you've got this front storage space here. So there's two latches that you undo. And it's pretty significant storage area. It comes with a little tool kit. You can put your tie downs in here and whatever else. And there's a lot of stuff you can put in there. And then also on the back of the vehicle, there's another storage compartment, which is right here. You can open that up, and there's quite a bit of room in there to put more gear. And then of course, like we're gonna do, we've got the Cabela soft pack that mounts back here that we're gonna put on here. That's how we get a lot of the steel targets and things that we don't leave out on the back gun range. We bring back and forth. So that helps out there. So anyway, that's about it, except if we did want to talk about the lights. And I think most of these Sportsmen have this, but lights, the lighting is really nice. It is very bright. You turn your regular low beams on, and you get the bottom two lights that come on. And then you turn the high beam on, and you get the third light that comes on. And that really, really lights things up, especially out here where at night, I mean, it's pitch black out here in the timber at night. So another great feature of this four-wheeler. So anyway, that's about it. We wanted to do something a little bit different this time. I think it's a great machine, and you'll be seeing it in the gun reviews to come here in the future.